to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Soul Star Radio with Jacqueline Close. Live from soulstar.media.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul Star Radio
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Jacqueline and you're on Soul Star Radio. This is on the A1R Psychic Radio Network and also Moonstruck TV. I'm just writing some notes. I've had rather an interesting morning. There's always kind of a rush and a flurry here. Where I am, I tend to be on the go a lot, and being a Gemini, it's like, whoa, oh, look at that, there she goes again. Don't mind me kind of doing this, and it's always hilarious because, of course, producer said to me, are you ready? Oh, of course you're ready. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready on Gemini terms. Hey, so now, look, we're going to do a couple of calls today. Yay, finally, right? So you can actually reach me on the Facebook Soul Star Radio page and have a chat. And I've got... good on you, Dave. So I've got a couple of people there that have written it, and it really felt important to me. Just yesterday, I was sort of feeling the mood, feeling the energy, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on out there for people, and it's kind of hectic. So, first of all, I've got the candle going. And I actually have a candle going every time I'm doing the show, and that candle is about sending out healing energy and light to people. And so, that's anyone who needs it at this point in time, we're sending that energy out to you. And just know that, when you've got a show like this and you've got a station like this, it's all about sending you love and encouragement and helping you sort of, deal with what's happening in life and your spirituality as well. But we've got a caller coming up first who's going to be Jasmine. And hopefully we're going to get her on the line very shortly. But, it can be challenging for some people. Well, how do I deal with negative energies, and things like psychic protection, what do I do if I'm feeling a bit, like things are a bit shady? There's a lot of people out there at the moment with the eclipses going through Cancer and Capricorn, and all those retrogrades. I mean, hey, Saturn is doing its trick. We've got Mercury. Just name it. It's pretty much there. And, we've also got both Pluto and Saturn going through Capricorn as well as the eclipses going Cancer, Capricorn, Cancer. Here we go. 2 years of that, right? So till 2021. And so it can be heavy for some people. We can be dealing with stuff around, that mothering energy and then the authority energy. So, when we're dealing with a Cancerian energy, really good light, that's a nurturing mother aspect. In the not so great light, we've sort of got codependency and the smother love, or the sort of, make sure that you, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. What are you doing with this? What are you doing with that? And wanting to kind of be on top of you like that. So there's that side. And then with Capricorn, when it's really positive, there's a mature aspect there. There's the letter of the law. There's, like putting rules in place, a really positive aspect. But when that goes haywire, we can have issues around greed, control, manipulation, lies, all these sorts of fun things. And every zodiac sign has its positives and its negatives, that's for sure. So, it's an interesting time when it comes to that. But with Jasmine herself, she was actually asking about how to deal with negative energies in the home. So I might start with that as well. So when you've got negative energies in the home, you sort of got to look at, all right, well, what are the actual interactions we've got, going there in the home? What is the family dynamics? What's the dynamics of other people we've let in the home, perhaps, or that we used to for people of other cultures? But it's really important to kind of have a respect for the actual culture it comes from. So, there are different clearing and healing techniques for energies in the home and other places. That are across a range of different cultures. We sort of talk about shamanism being purely a indigenous thing to a particular culture. There's actually indigenous cultures around the world, and even in the, the Celtic lineages, there are certain practices that will have carried through. Like, we could say, what are you talking about? You're just making that up, sister. Well, no. Tea leaf reading is something that might sound a bit basic, but that's something that, for example, in my family has been carried down generations, as well as a palm reading. It's like, look at your palm, my grandfather, when I was about 21, he said to me, give me a hand. And he took my palm and he actually said, he said a few things that really ended up being true, but at the time, I was kind of sad because I was recognising how long it would take to happen, even though he hadn't said the timing on it. And so, there's different cultural reference points to accessing our intuition, to clearing energies. But first of all, let's look at the dynamics in the house. Then look at what are we breathing into the space. Sage is not, it's not as simple as that. You can use salt, you can use calling in the light, you can call on the corners and create space. And I actually use 6 directions. So the 4 directions and then above and below. So it's kind of that energy of Mother Earth, Father Sky to actually create that spherical ball-like energy that clears. And certainly another little thing in the toolkit, if you sort of think of turning lead into gold, that's the old version of alchemy, right? Hey, if you got some heavy, dense energy, that's kind of lead-like, isn't it? And, nothing quite like golden fire to burn